This is the championship game in the Big Ten Conference. A precious trophy with a long tradition to battle for here. But also a game that's been a launching pad into the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Colts here in Indianapolis, Indiana. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Offense with some pre-snap motion. Quick throw to the left. They bring him down quickly, a short reaching catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
Now it's second down here. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. And now the handoff. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Caught over the middle. It's McCulley. He'll go down there after picking up a few yards. Not going to be enough for the first.
Well, they're going to come up short of the sticks here, and we got a tough decision at this point in the football game for the head coach. What will they do now on 4th down?
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Fourth down, they'll try and run for it. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Yeah, this is football today, whether you're watching the NFL or college football. Coaches go for it on 4th down. Here's the opening drive. 4th down on their own side of the 50. Don't even blink. They go for it. To their credit, they pick it up. And they're thinking about trying to get points here on this opening drive.
Pressure is coming. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. And this time it's complete.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He's past the marker and still going. Moves the ball to the 28. It'll be 1st down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a 1st down at the 17.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Moore. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going, and it's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the move. He's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a play on the completion.
Chris, the defense has got to do a better job of wrapping up the tight end there. The coach is preaching to these guys, we need more than one tackler to the ball. They caught a break there. The tight end breaks the 1st tackle, and they had another man there to bring him down before it could have gotten ugly.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Quarterback checks the defensive book, makes some adjustments. 2nd and goal for the offense. Heading to the outside, it's Haynes. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss. So we begin the 2nd quarter with a field goal attempt as the kicking team is out there. Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Behind the line, it's a loss of 2. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? That's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Looking downfield, it's Ncaa26. Moves out of the pocket. He lets it go on the move. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yards on the play.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of the first down.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Can he get there on the ground? And they convert on third down. Move the ball to the 36.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
To throw, it's Ncaa26. For the receiver. And he rolls out of bounds. That's a big gain there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Buckeyes will line up now. It's first and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. He's tackled at the 17, so it'd been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. First and 10, they'll look to throw it. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. And he'll set up to throw. Running back grabs it on the screen. The pickup is 9, so it sets up the 3rd and 1 now.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive game for the offense.
So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Can he make it to the marker? They stop him behind the line. That'll set up 4th down now. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
This coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
He'll hand it off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, helping just get 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Send the back in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Short pass finds the tight end. And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
They pick up the first on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He's throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the 2nd half.
2nd down after that previous play. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Grab down the middle. It's Klein. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Critical moment in this conference championship. 10th play of the drive. 3rd down and short. It's a quarterback keeper. Well, the power run is stuffed. Barely makes his way back to the line of scrimmage on that one. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That was going nowhere. The defense had that option scouted out perfectly on 3rd down. What a big-time play. What will they do here now on 4th?
Bit too far away to trust a field goal attempt. The offense on the field on 4th down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 4th down. He's throwing for it. The throw is incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? To the air. It's Sayan. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw to his receiver. Catch is made down the middle. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. It's like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He could go. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick this away to begin the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line.
The return is tackled down at the 20, and the Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Hooks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Looking to pass, it's Sayan. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. He'll drop back here on 3rd down. Defense is coming after him. The pass rush gets home.
That's exactly what the coach, I'm sure, talked about there at halftime. Is the defense is going to be out there on the field first. We're down in this football game. We got to get pressure on this offense, come up with some plays, and get the ball back to our offense. And that's exactly what they have a chance to do now.
Now they finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return. This drive starts in good position. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. What a catch! They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up into the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. The big fullback's got it here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Defense is hanging tough here. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! jump on top here in the second half. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. And the coach keeps the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. That decision to go for it on 4th down doesn't work out.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession.